What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button once again. I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by. It is truly, truly appreciated. As you see by that ticker right there, big win tonight. Big win, 116 of 114. Atlantic Line, what's going on? Juice Caesar, what's going on? Big win tonight. Big win, big win, big win. See, what I love about wins like this is that it's a gritty win. You know what I mean? It's a gritty win, and guys need to step up. And that's what I saw tonight, right? A lot of guys stepped up. You know, you saw Mitch making hustle plays. You saw, of course, Josh Hart doing, what he does. Hart, he came off the bench and did his stuff, right? DiVincenzo had his moments, right? But Captain Clutch comes through again. 10 big points in the fourth quarter, along with Emmanuel Quickly, who we spoke of last game, who just was a no-show. He woke up today. He woke up 10 big points in that fourth, which put us over the edge, right? Julius Randle was huge again tonight. He had 29 big points. He was a monster. There's nobody that could check him, man. Nobody. See, when he's playing like that, man, he's a tough check, man. He's a tough check. But all in all, man, this is a great win. Great win. This is a much needed win. And you know what? Once again, it's just about matchups, right? It's just about matchups. If RJ was here, I think this would have been a lot easier game. But him being down, of course, too, we got to mention now Grimes being down, too. He had the hand injury, but he had a couple of big-time shots. But you got to love this team, man. You got to love this team. But when IQ is IQ, that just puts us in a totally different stratosphere. It just does. It just does. A lot of people aren't going to want to accept it, but it's the truth. When IQ is IQ and he's skipping like Skip to my Lou at the Rucker, and he's being IQ, we are a dangerous team in the East. I'm telling you, we just are. Because now you have nothing. There's no way to really stop us, right? Our first unit. And here's the thing. Brunson had his moments tonight. He was struggling a little bit tonight. But what great players do, they come up with shots when it really matters. Because when he showed up the way he showed up, those last 4-6 minutes, I'm bugging. About 4 minutes left? 4 minutes left. He hit a lot of big time shots. You totally forgot that Brunson was struggling. But that's what the really, really good players do. They make you forget about that. Because he hits shots when they count. He makes game-winning plays when they count. And so did Josh Hart. Right? I mean, gutty win. Gutty win tonight. You had to dig deep for this one. You had to dig deep, which was beautiful because there was a part about 6 minutes left. I thought the game was over. I said, oh, man. They went on that real run, and the Sadiq Bey came up, caught the joint off the reed, banged it, screaming in the crowd. He got that green joint sticking out of his head, looking like the Green Goblin, screaming. I said, "Oh man!" And I think IQ woke up. IQ finally woke up because he was shaky all game too. Then he woke up, and I was like, "Yo, finally, IQ, finally." This looks like the guy that deserves 20-something million. When you're coming up with big-time shots and big-time plays like that, and then what makes IQ even better, which is more clutch, he's 90% from the line. That's it. So you don't fear anything when he goes to that free throw line. Gravity, what's going on, man? Hope all is well with you. Hope all is well. So you don't fear anything. Right, so that's what just puts his game on a different level, right? Caesar said, I thought it was over for a minute. Now, you know what? At the moment, and with 6 minutes left, I was a little nervous. I was. And I said, okay, we're down by 7. Because it was 101-94. I said, okay, we're down by 7. And then we just when I mean a blitz, we blitzed them dudes. Did we not? Brunson and IQ, big time. big time winning basketball, man. Winning basketball. Caesar said, I swore we blew it. Yeah, I didn't really think that. I felt like we had enough time. We just had to get stops, man. We just had to get stops and make shots. Stop the stupid turnovers, man. Too many turnovers. Atlanta Lions said, ain't nobody on the Hawks can contend with a big. There's nobody. When I wonder if he listens to my show. I think he does. Because now, I don't know what happened, but he's starting to play downhill, man. You notice that? He's playing bully ball. He took a couple of threes, but he's in that paint a lot, man. Getting busy down there. He getting busy down there, man. And that is the rim that we need. Period. The outside should be really for Brunson, RJ, and, of course, Grimes. Randall hit a couple of threes here and there, but he should be dominating in that Baja. He's too big, man, too strong. And when he does that, he's a different ball player. Different. She says, I'm not buying the whole migraine spill for RJ. I believe it's his knee. Yo, listen, man, did I say that? I said that last time. I think that's what's going on, man. I don't think it's the migraine either, man. I think it's something going on with him. Boss, like I said, I suffer from migraines, man. It takes a day. You just got to rest up and kind of like maybe take some Excedrin, or like I said, I don't really take that stuff. I take the cooling pads, put it on my forehead, lay down, turn the lights out. You don't want no bright lights, because the bright lights give you a headache, on your eyes and looking at them and stuff like that. So you just need like pretty much like a whole day to really get over it. And then you wake up the next morning, you're good as new, man. It doesn't take 3 days, man. I think it's something that they're not telling us. Bay was killing us tonight. That Nova Duke could, yeah. Sadiq Bay's tough, man. Remember, he's with Detroit, man. He puts up numbers. But you see, they switched the young boy. They took out Bay and put Johnson in there, man. Johnson's tough. What is he? He's big, too. He's about 6'10". He's athletic, man. Athletic. Gravity says cardiac Knicks tonight. We got it done. Nah, absolutely. No, you know what it was? IQ woke up, man. IQ woke up. Like, Brunson and Randall was carrying it. And, of course, you had Josh Hart add in there. And, of course, Quentin Grimes had a couple of threes. But you needed IQ to be IQ when he was finally. He woke up, man. It's like sleepwalking. It's like he's still in the Miami series. I don't know what's going on with him. He's still in the playoffs. But he woke up tonight. Now we saw IQ. Brunson and IQ is the backcourt as dynamic. I've been trying to tell you, bro. No. They are dynamic, but they're great at closing the game. I don't like them starting together because we need IQ. We need that punch to come off the bench. So he's like a shockwave, man, because when everybody sits down, you think the team's going to slow down. No, it's not. Because we're basically bringing another potent offensive threat coming off the bench. So I like that. I like him coming off the bench, and I like him closing games. I like him closing games not because he can hit big shots, but also, too, he's great at that free throw line. No, IQ doesn't need to start taking. No, Caesar, no. No. He does not need to start taking us to the next level. Atlanta Lions said Randall has this gravitation when he's in the plate working. I need him to look up and pass out to the perimeter every now and then because we got shooters. Now, I agree. RJ's never suffered these migraines in the past. All of a sudden, he missed 2 consecutive. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I'm a little concerned about that because I think it's his knee. I think it's his knee, and I think they're not speaking on it because they don't probably want people to panic or speculate or whatever. But I do think that that's what's going on with RJ. I love seeing Hart and DiVincenzo hustling together and beasting on the court. Yeah, man, they're a great combo. I love DiVincenzo, man. I love what he brings. I mean, he had a couple of turnovers tonight that weren't too good, but I like his energy off the bench. I like what he brings. I really, really do. I like that he's like a slasher. He cuts to the basket and he can knock down the three ball. Like I just like his energy, man. He plays defense really well. He plays the passing lanes great. Before Brunson drew that charge, you see how he just caught that ball like he's like a wide receiver, man, or a DB, intercepted the ball right there in the corner. He was on his way down to make a layup, man. If they didn't call that charge. But IQ has to get to start the next game with Grimes, migraines in his left hand. No. You continue to do what you're doing. I would start DiVincenzo. I wouldn't start IQ. IQ's got to do what he does. The only time you start IQ is if Brunson's down. I like those guys ending the game together. You see what they are together, man. Then you add Randall, then Josh Hart. Big Mitch was big tonight too, man. He's a force in that middle, man. I'm telling you, he alters a lot of shots, man. Alters a lot of shots. Always loved Big Ragu. He played high school ball, but yeah, that's right. He did play at Delaware. He's big too, man. He's a big guard. I didn't know he's that big. He's about 6'4", 6'5". I thought he was more like 6'3". He's bigger than that. He's a feisty player, man. But you know what's funny? It's all them Nova guys are the same, man. Because him and Josh Hart like the same player, man. NBIC, what's going on, my man? Hope all is well. Also, two people, if you are here, some people I can't see, some people haven't mentioned anything, but if you can, please hit that like button. I truly appreciate it. Awesome win tonight. Awesome win. You know, I think wins like this are needed for the season because it shows your grit, right? You know, these are still NBA teams. Trae Young is Trae Young. So they're a tough team. They're tough out. They were 6-4 going into it today. 6-5 equal at us, but this was a big win, man, because when you're on the road and you're playing against a team that's great offensively, and they just won a big one on the road yesterday on a back-to-back, they kind of have their rhythm. So you got to kind of be ready to go against a team like this. When the Knicks started off strong. Once the Knicks started off strong, I said, okay, we got it in the bag, man. Because they matching up wise, they just having issues. They can't match up with us. They just can't. And so once they started coming back because of the turnovers, Knicks had like 6 turnovers in the second quarter. I said, okay. I said, we're turning the ball over. Like, we're giving them the game. And I don't know what it was with Brunson, but he just didn't seem to have it tonight, right? He just seemed like off. Now, he went off in the fourth. He had 10 in the fourth. 10 points, him and IQ. But prior to that, he was struggling a bit. He had some turnovers. Let me see how many turnovers he had tonight. He was struggling a bit, man. Brunson had 3 turnovers tonight. He was struggling. He just didn't seem like himself. I don't know. But he does what all great players do, man. He came up big when it was needed. That 3, when Mitch was hustling and tossed it to Josh Hart and Josh Hart swung it to Brunson, that 3 at the top of the key, that was ice water. Ice water. And that's what kind of got him rolling. And then when Randall hit him in that corner with that corner 3, cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. That boy's cold-blooded. I'm telling you. Because, listen, guys, he didn't have a great shooting night. He was struggling. He was kind of off. He was missing a couple of layups. He was just certain things just weren't there. And then when he cooked your boy, I forget his name, number 12. Whatever. I don't know the whole team over there. Number 12. When he boogied on him at the top of the key, man, he looked like he was at Dykeman. When he let it go off, I said game time. When he let it off his fingers, I said game time. It was a bucket. I said, well, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. Pack him up. Let's go. Let's go back home. Well, I mean on the road, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Juice said we got to get another back-to-back Friday and Saturday. Yeah, man. We have another back-to-back. We have the Wizards and we have the Hornets, man. So we could really kind of come out of this thing. When these next two, we could be 8-5. So we can't keep coming out with these slow starts. No. Tonight we came out fast, man. Randall was big. Randall was killing that first quarter. We scored like 33 points in that first quarter, I believe. Let me see. We was up on them. Yeah, we scored 33 points. We was up on them by 11, 33-22. And they came back in the second because of turnovers, and they beat us in the second quarter, which was 24-34. Remember, we was up by 1 at halftime. I believe the score was 57-56. And then we won the third. They actually won the fourth, but we came up with big-time buckets, man. It was, IQ, finish it up at the line, free throw line. But, yeah, and also, too, guys, we wasn't getting no calls tonight, man. Brunson was getting hacked. He was getting hacked like crazy, man. Yeah, DeAndre Hunter, man. DeAndre Hunter, yeah, he was boogieing on him right at the top of that key. When they switched off, I said, oh, it's game time. Game time. I mean, hit him with that boogie, with that Shot-Town two-step. You know what I'm saying? That steppers. Shot-Town steppers. He hit him with that. That silky lefty, man, looked like Kenny Anderson. I said, this is money. Game time. Let's get him, pack him up. Let's go. And that's why he's the man. Period. Because most of the time, most players who aren't that good, when they're having an off shooting night or their kind of things aren't going their way, they can't knock down that shot at the end of the game. They can't hit that big three at the top of the key that he hit on Josh Hart. He can't hit that three at the corner that Randall swung it to him. They're not big in money time. They freeze up. Their palms get sweaty. But that's why I say that boy's cold-blooded, man, because he got ice water in his veins. He don't feel it all. Okay, cool. He was kind of shaky, shaky throughout the night. So what? It's winning time. Give me the rock. Watch this. And that's it. Atlanta Lions said Randall is back to his king of the first quarter status. Yeah, Randall was big. Randall was big tonight, man. Randall was huge. Randall was huge, man. Randall was huge tonight, man. I thought Randall was going to get like almost 40 tonight, the way he was scoring, man. Couldn't nobody check him. Couldn't nobody check him. He flexing on dudes. He doing that. I said, okay. Randall feeling himself. That was big for him. Big for him. Drew said, we never get the calls. Yeah, man. The rest were terrible, man. Brunson was stepping through, and they wasn't calling that at all. They was giving Trae Young everything. As always, giving Trae Young everything. LA like childish, man. Especially that foul IQ had on Trae on the right shoulder. Yeah, man. That was a tough call. That was a tough call. But it was a foul, though, man. IQ knew it. That's why he put his hands on the top of his head. Damn, nobody looking like Kenny Anderson, bro. Nobody. Y'all, Chibs? Chibs is the man in the city, boy. He was the man in the city. He was the man. He was the man, boy. Coming out of Q Borough, Left Rack City, Kenny was the man at Beloy. I was a young cat back then. I was young, man, but he was the man, B. Everybody knew about Kenny in the city. Everybody. Drew said his ankle feels better. Yeah, man. I mean, you can see the explosion. I mean, he's obviously feeling back to himself. He's also getting in better shape too. You can see it. But I love the win tonight, man. I love the it's not that. It's just I love the win. I love the way we got the win. Because, once again, like I said before, most teams will fold under that type of pressure, because they started putting the pressure on. They started putting the pressure on, you know what I mean? 6 minutes left, you know what I mean? So, but the Knicks settled down. That to me, that not saying they are, but things like that are championship pedigree, man. It really, really is, because that's what the good teams do. They know how to shut it down. You know what I mean? Like say, all right, cool. Let's get it back. Because the Knicks were controlling the game, pretty much, right? The Hawks had to catch up to them. The Knicks were controlling the game. then they would go through spurts because the Knicks were turning the ball over. Like, they just was making boneheaded passes, like just giving them an opportunity to come back. But it shows, the Knicks know each other. They played together for a long time. So, and then also they didn't panic. They didn't panic. They just hit shots, and that was it. But honestly, the truth, IQ woke up, like I said. He finally woke up. He finally pretty much realized, okay, we got a game going on IQ. Can you be IQ and step up for us, please? Because we don't have RJ. It's really that simple. Drew said, yeah, 4-time parade on. Yeah, Kenny was, come on, man. Kenny had the city, man. He had the city. Certain guys had the city like for a year. Like Felipe had the city for a year. Steph had the city for a year. Lance, Bassie had the city for a year. You know what I mean? They were, top players in the country. They were like, Sebastian was, top point guard in the country. Lance was top shooting guard in the country. Steph was everything, right? Felipe was number one player in the country, at the time. But I don't know if there was anybody that's had it 4 years. Kenny was the man for 4 years, man. He had the city on smash. So, Trey is fraudulent. Yeah. Trey does that tricky stuff, and they always give it to him, man. Too much. Yeah, what's crazy? I don't know what happened to Grimes. Like, it looked like a simple basketball play, so I don't know what happened. They said his left hand. Now, he swiped at the guy with his right hand. And his left hand was on the guy's hip. So I don't know. I don't know what that's all about, man. Is his hand sprained? Like, my thing is he going to be ready for Friday? And is RJ taking Excedrin, or is he, taking NyQuil? Is he taking, what is he doing? I think they're pulling the fast one. We need RJ back, like, now. Like, we need him back, man. Come on, like, you know what I mean? That's why it doesn't sound right. This just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. Kind of go over the stats here, guys. So the Knicks shot pretty good today, man. Like I said, they only went to the line 11 times tonight. And I said, they were getting hacked left and right. They only went to the line 11 times. They did shoot 90% from the line, right? They shot 47% from three, man. 16 for 34. They shot 47% from the field. They almost shot over 50. Look offensively, man. They almost shot 50% from the field in all two categories, and they shot 90% from the line. I mean, this is probably one of their best offensive games in a minute, right? Talking about a stat line filler, right? These two guys, I'm going to give you a stat line filler. Big Mitch, right? Big Mitch had 6 points, but he had 3 steals. He had 1 block. He had 15 boards, 6 offensive, and 31 minutes of play. And then Josh Hart had 9 points. He had 5 assists, 8 boards. I mean, those guys are stat fillers, man. Stat fillers. They just come in and they do everything, man. They do everything. Knicks 100 AGM. Hope all is well with you, man. I appreciate you coming by to the LV Live show, man. Rocking with your boy, man. I appreciate that. If it's your first time here, please hit that like, share, subscribe button, please, sir. But I appreciate you coming out, man. Coming through and hollering on my crew, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming through. Rest RJ and let the knee heal up. I think the biggest thing is that is it really the knee, or is it really the migraine? Like, or is he sick? How about that? You know what I mean? I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying, are they misdiagnosing him? Does he have the flu? I don't know, man. I'm just saying, for someone to have a migraine for 3 straight days in a row, it's a long time, man. Knicks GM said the team shoves off our spots too much. Refs never call it. Yeah, they don't call it at all. Also, too, if you notice too, they were playing like a lot of they were playing like a zone, like trapping. They were trapping Brunson every single time he was coming off that pick and roll. And I think that's where the turnovers were coming. The Knicks kept on not reading it right. That's where the turnovers were coming because they were trapping everything. They were trapping and zoning. And that's what they were trying to slow. They was trying to slow Brunson down. Josh Hart bailed us out. Yeah, Josh Hart, man, stat filler, man. He played like Josh Hart tonight. Came with big time boards when we needed it. One thing what he does, man, that's exceptional. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense by getting rebounds and pushing it up the court. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense, man, because now you can't set up. Now you're backpedaling. You're trying to figure out. Then he kicks it over to Brunson or IQ, and they start boogieing. Then they hit a cut and Randall, and that's it. Game time. Right, and right, the stuff that Josh Hart cannot translate onto a stat sheet. Right, absolutely. The reason is he's getting $15 million a year. Right, love that guy. Absolutely. He knows how to play hoops, man. He knows how to play ball. I mean, period. It ain't really about who scores the most. It's how do you impact the game, right? How do you impact the game without scoring? But then when it is your time to score, you can. So he can make a layup. He can make a floater. He could knock down a three. He could play defense. He could rebound. He's just a solid player, man. He's a perfect cog to what it is that we do. And he's a lunch pail guy. Like, he doesn't care. Like, he'll do anything. Like, you could put him anywhere. Those are the best guys to have on your team. Because he don't need to be shooting like 30 times. Like, he don't need to get his stats up. He just plays ball, man. That's it. He's just out there playing ball. Getting rebounds, steals, whatever he could do. Scoring the ball, everything. He does it all, man. Drew said it's the knee. They just don't want to alarm the media and the fan base. Listen, man, I said it, man. I said it the other day. I said I think that's what it might be. I said I think it might be the knee. You know, that's what I'm feeling. Something's telling me. Once they kind of let that cat out the bag, and I reported on it, I said, okay, this is something to worry about. And I hope we keep our eye. I mentioned it too, guys. Take a look back. I said, let's keep our eye on this. Because I wouldn't be surprised if he's out for some time, they chalking it up to something else. He's probably resting his knee, man. He's probably resting it. And then also, too, maybe he's avoiding surgery because he doesn't want to be out until next season. And maybe he's going to probably wait till next season and get it so he can be ready for next year. You know what I'm saying? So you never know, man. It's a lot of different things that could be going on. Yeah, the PR department. Yeah, absolutely, Caesar. Absolutely. Those three and those floaters were huge by Hart. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, Knicks. Listen, man. He's a Swiss Army knife, man. He does it all, man. Like I said, he's a perfect cog to what it is that we do. Gravity says Josh Hart may not be the best shooter, but the clutch gene, he comes through with shots. Absolutely, man. Man, listen, you know what it is? It's winning DNA, man. It's winning DNA. If you play ball at a high clip, man, these guys, they know how to win, man. They've won championships before. They've won, he's played on high levels. You got to understand. He's played in high school basketball, playing in the top league down in D.C. Like he's no bum. Like, he's a really, really good basketball player, man. And he's played against the best. Remember, he was on that USA team this summer too, man. So the guys, they know how to play ball, man. Some guys, they just go out there, they just know how to score. But do they know how to play basketball? Do they know how to defend? Do they know how to rebound? Do they know how to get an assist? Do they know how to score when it's time to score? Do they know how to block a shot? Like, some guys can't even do that, man. They just know how to score. And that's why they're not in the league. If Josh Hart just went out there and just tried to score, he wouldn't be in the league. He does everything that he needs to do because he understands that's his superpower, that he's a Swiss Army knife. Juice says $15 million. It's cool, but $20 million for what Josh Hart does is a CAA overpay. But we complain about IQ asking for 25. Okay, Drew, listen. Okay. See, IQ's issue is this, right? See how he got 20 tonight? He had 10 in the fourth quarter. But then he disappears in Boston. Like, that can't happen. That's why, listen, man, these analytics guys, they pay attention to stuff like that. That's why they do those numbers. Then he was gone in the playoffs last year. He was missing in action. That can't happen, and you want $25 million. That can't happen, Drew. That cannot happen. To me, IQ is between 15 and 19 million. That's what I would give him. I would not give him anywhere between 22 to 25 because he goes missing in action, man. And if you give him the keys to the car and you say, all right, IQ, we need you to, is he going to be what Brunson is? Is he going to be that? Or is he going to kind of disappear at times? That's my concern with him sometimes, man. As good as he is. Atlanta Glass said, that's sad. I don't see IQ on the team next year. No, I don't see him neither. And that because someone else is going to give him more money. Someone's going to give him that because they need a point guard. So they're going to give him that. I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, somebody like Houston does it. Right? Or the Jazz. Or the Spurs, right? Spurs. I wouldn't be surprised somebody like that gives him the money. No, Pop would love IQ because he defends. Pop would love that. Drew said they think they've rushed him back. Rushed RJ back? Yeah. Or you think it's the same knee that he hyperextended at the end of the 21? Yeah. That's why I think he wears that knee sleeve, man. Quickly was getting cooked by Young. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Trae Young's a tough check, man. He's pretty crafty with that pill, man. So he's a tough check. Atlanta Lions said IQ wasn't getting cooked. Young was getting those fouls. Yeah, but that means he was getting cooked. He was drawing those fouls, man. He's crafty, man. You got. You know what I'm saying? He's crafty, man. You got to respect that. Josh Bailey wants to take open shots at times. He literally turns down shots. That's what Caesar said. Yeah, man. I mean that's his only issue, right? Like he just doesn't. But that's because he wants to be comfortable when he takes his shots. But he's not a scorer though, man. He can score, but that's not his superpower. His superpower is being able to do everything, right? But he's not a score first guy. That's just not him. But he can score the pill. That's just not. And I think that's why he turns down shots. Wizards, that's his home. Go back to Maryland, D.C. area. Yeah, I mean, I know he's from the DMV. I do know that. Yeah, but who's going to give him the bigger bag, though, man? That's the key. That's the key with this, right? Who's going to give him the bigger bag? Who's going to do that? He's going to go wherever the money is, man. Because he wants to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what he's doing. Caesar says, IQ's out of here. I know he is, but I believe that that's a bad move. Got to get something good for him in return. Yeah, man, I think the Knicks are going to gamble on this. And what I mean by that, Caesar, is that I think they're going to pretty much say, all right, look, we're going to ride him out to see how far we can get in the playoffs and stuff with him because he's that big of a piece. And then we're going to see what the market is because they probably feel like his market value is between 15 and 20 million. And if someone says they're going to give him 20, I can see the Knicks saying, all right, we'll give him 21. I could see that. but them not going that much higher than that. If someone says they're going to give him 23 or 24, I don't think the Knicks are budging on that. Go back to DC, put him with Kuzma and Poole. I mean, I can see that. I mean, once again, man, he's going to go to the highest bidder. You know what I mean? So if Houston wants to offer him a whole bunch of money because they want to build around him, they need a young point guard. If the Spurs want to give him a bunch of money because they want a point guard for Wembanyama, right? I'm just saying. I'm just thinking of throwing names out there like of teams that probably need a point guard, right? They got guards, but they don't have a point guard like him. Got to get a jumbo wing in return for IQ. I don't know if that's going to happen. Can't afford to gamble. Leon Orley has shown that he doesn't know how to play poker. Yeah, man, he struggles with that. He struggles. I mean, how do you guys feel about this, man? Hey, listen. How do you feel about if the Bulls are open to it, trading Fourier, some picks, and Grimes for DeRozan? For DeRozan. To give us a scoring guard. And get him on it cheap. My man said DeRozan's washed. But here's the thing. If he come over here, right, we already got people that could score. But if he could still give us between 15 to 17 a night, and definitely at the end of the road, I'm just speaking of a 1 year rental. Do you think DeRozan's good for 15 to 17 a night? I'm just asking. That's all we need. We don't need him to get 20, 25. We don't even get 26. 15 to 17. You think he can give that to us? In Grimes' spot? Mid-range assassin. But I'm just saying, see, they got you thinking, right? Just a 1 year rental. Between 15 to 17 a night. Because you know he can give you that. And he's good off the bounce, too. Get off the bounce. That mid-range is money. What I saw from Grimes today, Grimes is shaky with the pill, man. He was in an open court. He was trying to cross somebody. They stripped him, man. I said, my man, what are you doing? I'd rather Stewart from the Pistons. He does far more. Okay. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if they're going to be willing to give up Stewart. What I'm saying is a scoring shooting guard. Since the Bulls are open to DeRozan and Levine talks. Levine is too much money. I saw his contract. I said, oh, man, I wanted to puke. No. Stay away from Zach Levine. But you can get DeRozan on a cheap, just a 1 year rental. And now we have another scorer if RJ goes down or whatever. And you know he's a bucket. He said Grimes is super suspect, but that's your man's of them. Nah, I'm not Grimes hive, man. Grimes is cool. He's solid, but I'm not. Nah. For quickly, straight up, that would give us Stewart. They're not. I don't think they're trading quick, man. They're not trading quick. I think they're gonna gamble, man. They're gonna roll the dice. They're gonna roll the dice and see how far he can get us in the playoffs. And they're gonna try to match. Whoever's out there trying to give him money. He said, "Don't sleep, Stewart. Pop drill threes." Not listen. I'm not knocking. I'm just saying. The Knicks aren't giving up. I don't think they're trading IQ. Gravity says, "I think he can give us the points, but who is going to guard the best guard on the other team if we give up our best perimeter defender?" That's a good way of looking at it, Gravity. That's a good way of looking at it. Good way. Here's the thing, though. They were willing to do it with Spider. Now, I get it. Spider's 20 times better than DeRozan. But defensively, they're like the same guys. But what I'm saying is, if you're willing to bring in Spider for offense and you're okay with taking the defensive issues, because offensively, DeRozan could be the same thing. Because with DeRozan, he's not going to need the ball as much as Spider. But I can guarantee book it between 15 and 17 points. So you put that in there with RJ's 20. Come on, man. Offensively, we could be explosive. My man said, Drew said, "I got to sleep on that Debo take. I'll get back to you on that. I prefer a jumbo wing and slide RJ to the 2. A jumbo wing, you mean a 3D wing? Listen, Knicks 100. You're a that. Listen, I like that, but then listen. Stewart is official. The Knicks aren't trading IQ, man. They're not. They're gonna roll the dice. The only way they're gonna let IQ go is if they getting like Embiid or something like that. They're not letting IQ go for Stewart. They're not doing that. They're just not. Juice's IQ's out of here at the deadline. I can't risk it. Nah, listen. I agree with that. You don't want them to go for nothing. Listen. I said that too, but I think the Knicks are gonna roll the dice, man. I think they're going to roll the dice. I'm telling you, they're going to roll the dice. We need someone that's going to slide RJ to the wing, to the 2, and supersize our wings. Listen, you know what? I agree with that, man. But the thing is that these 3D wings are expensive, man. They're expensive. Do you understand? You see what Vassell's got out there. You see what Jalen McDaniel got out there, right? Them guys are expensive. And them dudes aren't all-stars. Them guys are getting a lot of paper, man. And they just solid ball players. They not. I think Josh Hart is better than Jalen McDaniels. But look what he got, man. Look what he got. Rolling the dice would be another horrible move by Leon. Caesar, I agree, but I don't know. I just have a feeling they're not gonna let him go. They're not gonna let him go. I think they're basing it off of the analytics, man. I think they really feel that IQ. I don't think they think IQ is gonna get what he's asking, and I think they're wrong. I think someone's gonna give it to him. So I think that's why they're rolling the dice. Take a look here at the schedule again. All right, so guys, look. If we win these next 2, right? If we win these next 2, we won tonight. We would have pretty much won 5 of our last 6 games, man. Which is pretty solid, right? So the Boston game, I think we could have won. Tatum just went bananas in the 4th. That's what we needed IQ to be IQ. But he was IQ tonight, which was huge. Caesar says they're expensive, bro, but we got the damn money. We either gonna spend our picks or trade or use them for ourselves. You know what's funny, man? It's a solid point. But I think that what they're trying to do is they're really trying to hold for a star. I don't agree with that. I do agree with you, but I think that that's what he wants to do, man. I think that's why he's waiting for the big splash. He's waiting for the big splash. I think he really wants Embiid. I think he's considering Donovan Mitchell. I think he's also considering Cat. But you know who I would not be surprised that he really, really tries to pull a rabbit out of his hat and go get? You ready? I'm going to say this name and you guys are going to jump out the window when I say it. I think he's waiting for Devin Booker. Yeah, LV said it. He's waiting for Devin Booker. Can't slip. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm assuming you're saying sleep. Can't sleep on these 2 games. Got to go, right? Yeah, nah, absolutely. Absolutely, you can't. You can't. You got to be on point. You got to be on point with the Wizards. You got to be on point with the Hornets. You just can't. Listen, you can't play. Hopefully we get RJ back, man. Hopefully RJ's back. Hopefully, like I said, he's sleeping. He's using ice pack. He's getting it together, man. I don't know what's going on, but you know, hopefully we get RJ back and we can knock out these 2 wins. Man, he blew the big splash drafting Obi over Halliburton. See, I don't know, man. Halliburton's good. He's good, but is he better than Brunson? I don't think so. I don't think he's better than Brunson. I don't. So I don't feel that way. Listen, we've been down this road. The Obi thing, they didn't. No. Listen, no one saw this coming with Randall. No one did. No one expected when they drafted Obi. They was banking on Randall having another stinker and getting him out of here and putting Obi in that spot. And Obi will be flourishing right now because Obi, you see what he's doing. You know, I'm just being honest. No one saw what Randall was. No one saw this. Drew said, I agree with the Dev take. He definitely wants Dev. He's a CAA, and he's a perfect complement to JB. I'm glad you understand that, sir. I've been known that for a while now, but I wanted to see if you guys were locked in like I was locked in. He wants Devin Booker. That's who he wants. That's who he's really trying to see and trying to figure out if he can get. Embiid's going to be a stretch. Cat, he can get with no problem if he really wanted to, but I don't know if Cat is really... Cat's not the move. Mitchell, if he really wants to, but who he really wants Devin Booker. That's who he wants. So we got to see. But big win tonight. Big win tonight. Big team win. These are gritty wins that you need, man. These are wins that you need to kind of build that camaraderie and build that, especially during this season, right? Build the camaraderie, like I said, and build just the togetherness with the team, right? There's nothing like playing on the road and winning a game like this on the road. See, when you're home, it's different. You get the home crowd, but when you're on the road, it's just you guys, and you guys are traveling together. These wins really kind of help make you guys closer, tighter, believe in each other, just building that brotherhood to where no matter how crazy the game gets, you believe that we could pull it out, right? These are things that you build on. You build this throughout the season. So I think that's why it was a great win. Halliburton is a 6'6" point guard that scores and facilitates. We could have had big Halliburton and JB. No, Halliburton, he's good, man. I think he's good, man. I just don't think he's better than Brunson, man. I'll take Brunson over Halliburton, man. My man, did you see what Brunson did in the playoffs last year? You see what Brunson did in the playoffs the year before when he was with the Mavs? Did you see? That's when you get your money, man. That's when you get your money is in the playoffs. Yes, Halliburton's good. He's a good player. I'm not knocking him. But, Joe, Brunson has proven it on the big stage, man. The big stage. That's why, to me, man, I'm not, B. Halliburton can stay in Indiana. We got our guy. And he proved it tonight. But Dev stays on the pound with injuries. Agreed. But he had six. This year he's kind of. But last year he was good. He could score that pill though, man. He could score that pill. His jumper is water. You know what it is? He's DeRozan 2.0. Same type of game. But he could, but he could shoot it from deep, right? So he's got the same type of game because his mid range is lethal, man. Lethal. You put him on the Knicks, oh. We'll be different, man. We'll be different. JB is tough, but JB is a scoring guard. We still need a facilitator. Yes and no. Facilitator, not really for this offense. He can facilitate. Randall can facilitate. That's just what the offense entails. So we don't really need him to be like a Mark Jackson type. Like, we don't really know, Devin's the best two guard in the league by far. Absolutely. Hey, but back, just mention Mark Jackson. Yo, that's crazy how they doing Mark Jackson, right? You guys hear my quick take I did earlier, man? Listen, man, this guy, yo, he just can't catch a break, man. Talking about burning bridges, right? Whatever happened in Golden State, I don't know what he did. I don't know what, it's a lot of speculations. I'm not in the locker rooms. You hear, it's just, when you burn bridges, man, and you burn the wrong people, and you make the wrong people upset, this is a life thing, man. It doesn't matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you're kind of like just stuck, man. Straight blackball beat. Yeah, absolutely, man. But he burnt bridges, man. Listen, once again, I don't know what he did in Golden State. I don't know who he pissed off, but whoever he pissed off, it's career suicide. Whatever he did out there. They mentioned some things, right? But I just think there's underlining things that were going on. I heard rumors, man. I heard it was stuff where like he would have closed practices, and the GM or the team president or something like that would try to come into the practice, and he would tell them, "No, you can't come," and stuff like that. And they'd be like, "Yo, this is my team, man." Or the owner would be like, "Yo, I'm gonna come," and he'd be like, "Shut down the practice, like they can't come in." Type of thing. Like he would be doing stuff like that, and they was like, "Wait a minute, yo, my man, I own the team. Like I can't come in." He like, "No." Like so I don't know, man. Dev plus the Knicks equals finals, sir. Take off that EC, put the F there. Finals. You spoke about okay. The owner, how do you know the owner is that, man? Listen, man. Once again, I don't know. That's all alleged. That's all alleged. I don't know. What I'm saying is, he burned some bridges. Period. Career suicide, man. And I think that in life, with anything, and this is to all you cats out there, be careful who you offend. Be careful because you do not know who knows who, and who's got the keys to the kingdom, man. And once they lock the door, that's it. It's over. So look what it's done to his career. We can complain about blackballing all we want, man, but sometimes you guys got to do the right thing if it's your boss, and you got to move the right way. You can't be moving crazy. You think you're running the show when you're really not. So once again, I don't know the dynamic, but what I'm saying is, there's a reason why he can't coach anywhere. There's a reason why no one wants him. There's a reason why they let him go from ESPN. There's a reason why he's over here, and it's just things not working out for him, man. So now, sometimes in life, man, you got to take a look in the mirror, man, as to why this is all happening. You know what I'm saying? It's just he can't catch a break, man. Like what? Like my thing is, what happened on the plane? Because remember, the statement was, I don't know if you guys read the article. I left the link to the article, right? They stated that they banned him from the plane. But I'm like, how you ban him from the plane? He didn't even start broadcasting yet. Like what I'm assuming, something must have happened. Him and that guy, Darren Irwin is his name. They must have gotten an argument. They must have had words when they was about to get on a plane or whatever. And it probably got crazy and they said, yo, B, he can't get on the jet. It's a wrap. And they banned him from getting on the jet. And then at the same time, they fired him. So that's what I'm saying. Because it's just crazy how that happened. He did that to Jerry West. Shut their logo out of practice. Yeah, yeah, like, man, I don't know. You can put balls. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. It's still your boss. Okay. That's insane. And Knicks' mom was on the plane and said, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. So, yeah, man. But you see the schedule here. We got 2 more Friday and Saturday against the Wizards and the Hornets. So, hopefully, we can pick that up and get those wins. Hopefully, Grimes is okay. And hopefully, we get back Star J. Barrett. All right, but listen, but that's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. I appreciate all you guys coming by and rocking with your boy, man. Let's get it back. Great win tonight by the Knicks, 116-114 over the Hawks. I'll be back Friday night to talk about the Wizards, and we can chop it up on that too. All right, people, I appreciate y'all coming through. Much love, man. It's truly, truly appreciated. Trust me when I say it's appreciated, man. I love talking Knicks, and I love you guys coming by and rocking with your boy, man. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.